It's Madden NFL 22 on EA Sports, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Panthers and the Dolphins, and it comes your way next on EA Sports.
The summer humidity has given way to an absolutely gorgeous fall afternoon here at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. The excitement brewing here in South Florida as a moment ago the Dolphins starters were introduced to this home crowd. They're fired up as well as they get set to match up with Cam Newton and the Carolina Panthers. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at our two quarterbacks in this one, it's really a good matchup when you boil it down.
And I think for me, and this isn't an original thought by any stretch, and probably for these two head coaches as well, the key for them is going to be limiting the turnovers, limiting the free possessions. I mean, this isn't saying anything you don't already know, but you've got to be able to make the most out of your drives and see if your defense can help you out and take the ball away from the other team and give you a few extras.
Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and we are underway from Hard Rock Stadium. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the 2015 NFL Most Valuable Player in his 11th season in the league, 32-year-old Cam Newton.
And many people are having difficulty pegging exactly what they believe Cam Newton is at this point in his career. For me, when I see certain days and he's right, he can still be an accurate passer, can still get the ball downfield. And his running ability, especially inside the 10, still makes him a difficult quarterback to prepare for.
Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up. Found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Second and 6. No, scratch that. Second and 7. Newton now to throw. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. This is McCaffrey on the give, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8. To throw is Newton. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
And the Dolphins beef up the secondary here as they look to stop them on third down. Now Newton. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 41. Oh, look at the juke. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
Now a first down throw for Newton. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down.
Well, that play really didn't fool them. They completed the screen pass, but for lost yardage, a really nice play by the defense.
$13 yards remaining on second down. Draw play as Newton gives to McCaffrey. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is third down. Now it's Newton. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool them with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
Gonzalez's kick is good. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. After the field goal, here's Gonzalez to kick it off. Waddle is going to elect to not bring this out, and instead his guys will begin at the 25-yard line. Now Tua Tagovailoa gets set to lead this Dolphins offense for the first time.
And for all the collegiate success he had, highest passer efficiency rating by a mile, he's a guy who's had his share of detractors at the professional level, but I do like his poise, I do like his moxie, and I love his accuracy.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Open man, it's Preston Williams. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 3 yards the gain there, second down. They should have got more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage there.
Now the former Washington Husky, here's Myles Gaskin. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. From the gun, it's Tua. Buying time to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. 5 yards, and that means they come up short as they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football. So on fourth down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. And this ball is going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. And he'll start by handing this off to McCaffrey. And able to find a little space. He gets this up over the 15 to the 16. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll run with McCaffrey and tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. And that's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And in the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
2nd down and 3. Now a give right side McCaffrey. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Newton looking to throw on 3rd and 1. And this pass broken up. But the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
They had enough yards for the first down, but a clutch hit right there defensively jars it free. No first down.
Block Edwards now to punt it away. Jalen Waddle deep to return it. This is brought in at the 21. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So Miami coming out for their second drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Gaskin. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. Now Tua. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime report.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Tua. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
Here we go.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. McCaffrey trying to escape, but he cannot. They get him in the end zone, and that's a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
Now the free kick comes after the safety from the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time here.
Waddle now to return it.
Let's go. Let's do this.
Dolphins offense returning to the field.
It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Being chased out left. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Good job. Good job.
Second down and 8.
We own them. Mike, pull. Right here.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Tua going to throw. He's got it to Williams. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he's on to punt for Miami. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory.
The Panthers going to go back on offense here late in this first half. And they've got a little over 40 seconds to work with if they want to try to put something together.
Now Newton on first down. Thomas has got it. Complete.
And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
This is our time. Our time. Shut him down. Shut him down. Let's do this. Ready?
From the 16, Newton. He's going to look deep for more. Tried to drop it in there, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard.
You can try and underthrow it and go back shoulder, but your timing has to be impeccable. And here, I think it was much more of a duck than a designed back shoulder throw.
And the Dolphins with one final possession here in this first half. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here.
Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 44. After the turnover, it's Tua. He's airing it out for Williams. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Tagovailoa working out of the gun.
Finding Gaskin underneath.
The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
It looks like, yes, it is 6 defensive backs on the field for Carolina.
They're going with a dime set. Looking to pass. Tua. Got his man. It's Williams. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. The long-distance shot before break comes up empty, but now Charles flipped the script. Time for likely one more play as field position becomes an issue.
Yeah, when you talk about field position, remember, if this kick is missed, the ball comes back to where? The spot that they snapped it from. So field position becomes a factor. I think at this spot, you might also want to think about throwing the Hail Mary. You know, put the ball up in the air. Maybe you can get 6 out of it instead of 3.
Yeah, see what happens. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. So we come upon halftime intermission here with the visiting Panthers taking the lead to the locker room. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome, everyone, to this abridged version of the EA Sports halftime report. First, though, time for a check of the next-gen stats from that first half for Carolina. And even though they've got the lead, they're likely going over ways they can improve the running game, as they didn't find a whole lot of success in those first 2 quarters.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this third quarter. Here comes Jalen Waddle from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Another run with Gaskin. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
This is Gaskin on the carry, and he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now, 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. First and 10 here. They'll run now with Gaskin.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Now a handoff here to his running back. Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. He's airing it out for Williams. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there. That brings up fourth.
So one first down on that drive, and that's it. Forced to take the deep shot on third down and couldn't hit it. Now they have to punt this one away.
Here's Michael Pilardi now as he's on to punt for Miami. Here comes Erickson. Call it an even 40-yard punt. 7, though, on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Throwing is Newton. That one complete to Anderson. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Throwing on third down, Newton. He's going to look deep for more. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return.
Miami set to take over.
These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there.
On 2nd and 9, Tua. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Tua sets up to pass it. Trying to lay one up deep. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th.
What we've seen so far in this game, they are not going to allow a big shot over the top. You can have whatever you want underneath. They'll give you that, but they're not going to let you beat them deep.
Here's Michael Pilardi now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Erickson now to return. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. Carolina getting set to take the field. And Charles, we've seen almost 3 full quarters now, and neither offense can really get it going. Neither has hit the end zone, and neither side seemingly can make that big play.
But the game hasn't been devoid of action because these two defenses, they've taken over and they've slugged it out. But I think you're exactly right. We're at that stage of the game now where one of these offenses, if they make a big play, that could be the difference.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Newton. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
Miami's offense set and ready to go. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away, and they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins 1st down.
A nice substantial run there by Gaskin, who was the Dolphins' leading rusher in 2020. 584 total yards in just 7 starts and got stronger as the season went on. Not bad for a 7th-round pick in 2019. He was drafted number 234 overall that season.
Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. Here's Tua. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And it'll be intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Panthers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Scoring has really been at a premium, and Charles, you got to tip your cap to this defense coming in here. Their offense too, but this whole team coming in here on the road, getting a hard-fought win.
I think the way that they're finishing this one up, an exclamation point on a terrific game. As you noted, hard for them to put points on the board, and they hold them down one more time and finalize things.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack.
He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage, well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
I got my corner rolled out for you.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Another try after the 1st down sack. Newton.
He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey.
And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. It's a gain of 9 yards. And they're going to have a 3rd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he's on to punt for Carolina. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And it'll be Dolphin football.
Tua Tagovailoa in the offense heading back out.
And the interception that ended their previous drive, that might be one we look back on and say that was the turning point of this game.
Hey, partner, guess what? There's still time for a few more turning points in this ball game. They're only one score down.
Yeah, true. We could have some twists and turns. Stay tuned. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up. Give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Brian Burns. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
Do what you do.
4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game.
Tight right. Solo out there.
So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in.
So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Tua hit, and the ball is out.
We call that a sack.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Now Tua. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this one is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now, goodness, possession's going to go over right at the 10-yard line. So now it may look bleak, but this one not over. They do have all 3 timeouts.
Even at this point on the field, where it looks like, you're really backed up, hold them to a field goal. That's the mantra right now. You hold them to a field goal. You still got a chance to take care of business on the other end, but you're right. The 3 timeouts are going to be key. How well they use them to preserve clock as well as stopping them, that's the key to giving them a chance to win.
And the ball situated at the 9, 2nd and goal. Again, McCaffrey. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Newton to throw. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. And he knew he was going to take a shot in the pocket. He did, but he also found a way to get it into the end zone.
And that has to ease the pain a little bit of the shot he took, didn't it? Being able to throw it into the end zone for a touchdown.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And he puts it through to extend this thing to a 10-2 ball game. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And Carolina scores to cap it off. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Here comes Jalen Waddle from his end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. So Tua and the Dolphins down by 8. A little over a minute and a half remaining. They need a touchdown and, of course, the 2-point conversion as well. Tua to throw. He'll get this out wide to Gaskin. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Tua going to try and go quickly here. Tua. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there. Picked up the first down. Got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have as well as the understanding where they are on the field?
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Tua. Incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens in bounds.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Tagovailoa. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Tua to his Alabama teammate Waddle. First down, Miami.
Brandon, it's okay what they're doing right now. Still able to work the middle of the field, but you know sooner or later they're going to have to stop the clock.
First down now, but that clock rolling. Now Tagovailoa. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw is Tua. He's going to let it fly. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete. One final shot now. I'm not even sure he can get it to the end zone, though, from this distance.
That's going to take as much arm as he has, and you actually have to plan for the contingency. Maybe you're playing a tip. Try and get someone down who can tip it up and keep it for your own team and try and get to the end zone that way.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. One final try for Tagovailoa. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.